So welcome to all of you, Shiksha 360, and today basically we have to discuss BFM MCQ set number 2, and in this session basically we will try to cover 10 to 15 questions. Clear? Basically we will try to cover 10 to 15 questions, one or two numericals. Clear? Basically that is basically from the chapter number 1. Basically we will also try to cover here. Clear? Just try to understand the concept. Clear? I will tell you one thing. Just try to understand the concept. Basically if you are able to understand the concept, so you are able to answer the question also. Clear? So that basically you are able to answer the question also. Clear? So without wasting much time, let's move towards the question straightforward. The first question, question number 11, basically presents on your screens now. Forward exchange contract. Clear? This is basically comes under the chapter number 1. Clear? Forward exchange contract. Clear? As basically we have also covering module A. Clear? This is the module A, set number 2. Clear? So forward exchange contract is an agreement. Clear? Basically forward exchange contract, basically it is an agreement. Clear? So basically it is an agreement basically related to what? Clear? What they are saying that. So basically we have to go with the options one by one. First one, basically it is exchange rate determined at a future date. Clear? Exchange rate. Forward exchange rate. It is an agreement. It is an agreement here that is for exchange rate is determined at a future date. No, this is wrong. Clear? If we are doing the agreement, that is basically in the upcoming time. Clear? Like after 2 months, 3 months. Clear? Basically we are going to purchase this much. Clear? At this much rate. Clear? This is that. Foreign exchange is delivered at a predetermined future date at a contracted rate. Clear? Basically we are doing the contract today. That is basically after 2 months. Basically we are acquiring $200. Clear? At basically this much rate. Clear? Either basically it will increase or decrease, but we are doing today contract. Clear? That is basically you will have to deliver at this specific rate. Clear? Basically at this specific rate, or we can say that at the contracted rate. Clear? At the contracted rate. So option number B is the correct one here. Clear? Option number B is the correct one here, because this one is the answer. Now move to the next question. Very easy question. If a letter of credit is silent above revocability. Clear? Revocability. Revocable. Clear? Revocability. So then LC is clear. So basically if a letter of silence. Clear? Basically there is nothing, any discussion on the basis of that. Clear? Basically there is nothing, anything mentioned on that letter of credit. Clear? Whether it is to be revocable or not. Clear? So what will be the answer here? Then LC is to be irrevocable, revocable, partially revocable, or partially irrevocable. Clear? So revocable LC. Basically what is the meaning of the revocable LC? That is basically it is the LC basically. Revocable. Please, first of all, please try to understand the meaning here. Revocable. That is, it is the type of the LC basically that can be amended or cancelled. That can be amended or cancelled basically at any moment. That can be amended or cancelled basically at any moment by the issuing bank. Clear? That can be amended or cancelled basically at any moment by the issuing bank basically without the consent of any other party. Clear? So it is this type of LC. Basically it is very rarely issued. Clear? So if there is nothing any mention. Clear? If there is nothing any mention on the LC. Clear? Regarding the revocability. Clear? If there is nothing any mention, or if a letter of credit is silent. Clear? So then that LC basically it is to be irrevocable. Clear? Then that LC is to be irrevocable LC. Clear? This question basically it is from the chapter number 4. Clear? Then that LC basically it is to be irrevocable LC. Clear? So if any LC basically it is to be revocable. Clear? So it has specially claused mention on that this LC is to be revocable. Clear? So this is mentioned specifically on that this LC is to be revocable. Clear? Otherwise basically all the LC are to be irrevocable LC. Clear? Basically, all the LC basically irrevocable LCs. Okay. And these LCs, clear? Basically, these LCs basically are to be issued as per UCPDC 600. Clear? UCPDC 600. Clear? So these LCs basically are issued as per the guidelines basically of the UCPDC 600. Clear? UCPDC 600. And the revocable LC basically it is issued as per article number 2. Clear? As per article number 2. Clear? This is also mentioned. Revocable LC basically these are to be issued basically as per the article number 2. Clear? So please remember all these things regarding that. And article number C, that basically that is irrevocable. Clear? Basically article number 3 says that basically if there is nothing any mention on the LC, so then that LC basically it is to be irrevocable LC. Clear? Irrevocable LC. Clear? Basically for the LC basically to be revocable, it has to be specially mentioned on that. Clear? It has to be specially mentioned on that. This is basically as per the article number 3, article basically of which of UCP 600. Clear? Of UCP 600. Clear? Please remember that all these things. Clear? Basically please remember that all these things. Any other question, any other query regarding that, please ask fast. And one question basically I will ask basically when these guidelines, clear, basically have been implemented. Clear? Can anyone tell basically when these guidelines basically have been implemented or came into effect? Clear? Basically when these guidelines have been implemented or came into effect from? Please tell fast. Basically sometimes basically they will also ask this type of question. Clear? Basically when these guidelines basically that you are right, basically 1st of July 2007. Clear? Basically these guidelines have been implemented from basically 1st of July 2007. Clear? 1st of July basically 2007. Clear? So please remember all these things that are very, very important basically for the examination point of view. Clear? So now move to the next one. Question number 13. So exporters can become eligible. Clear? Basically exporters can become eligible for gold cards. Clear? Basically exporters become eligible basically for gold cards if all other conditions are satisfied. Clear? Basically exporters become eligible basically for the gold cards if all other conditions are satisfied and they do not have outstanding overdues above of previous year's turnover. Clear? So what is that limit? Clear? That outstanding. Clear? Basically of the previous year, basically what is that limit? That is basically if they have overdues above 10%. Clear? Basically that is according to me basically it is a 10%. Clear? If they have overdue basically above 10%, then they are not, then it is not applicable to them. Clear? And they do not have outstanding overdues basically of previous year's turnover. Clear? Of previous year's turnover basically does not more than the 10%. Clear? Does not more than the 10%. Clear? So option number A is the answer. Clear? Option number A is the answer. This is basically present in the chapter number 5. Clear? This is basically present in the chapter number 5. Clear? That is basically the scheme will be not applicable basically for the exporters blacklisted by the ECGC. Clear? First of all, basically this scheme basically will not be applicable. Clear? That is basically for the exporters basically that are blacklisted by the ECGC or having overdue. Clear? Basically or having overdue or outstanding, that is overdue bills in excess of 10%. Clear? In excess of 10% of the previous year's turnover. Clear? In the excess of 10% of the previous year's turnover. Clear? Please remember that this one. Clear? Please remember that option number A. Clear? That is basically they not have to be overdue basically of 10%. Clear? More than 10%. Clear? For the applicability of the gold card status. Clear? Basically for what? Basically for the applicability of the gold card status. Clear? So one question basically I will ask here from all of you. Basically, what is the full form of EDPMS? Please tell fast what is the full form of EDPMS and and when this is to be operationalized from, or operationalized or comes into effect from, operationalized or came into effect from. Please tell fast. EDPMS, clear? First of all, please tell full form. What is the full form of the EDPMS? That is export data processing and monitoring system. Clear? Export data processing and monitoring system. And it came basically implemented basically from 1st of March. 1st of March 2014. Clear? 1st of March 2014. Clear? So please remember regarding that all these points. Clear? Please remember that basically all these points are regarding that. Clear? Similarly, like EDPMS, clear? Basically like EDPMS, there is one more word, that is IDPMS. Clear? That is IDPMS. Like this is export data, this is basically import data. Clear? This is basically import data processing and monitoring system. Clear? This is basically import data processing and monitoring system. Clear? So please remember that both these points. Clear? Please remember both these points regarding that. Clear? So that you are able to answer the question in the examination. Hope it is clear to all of you up to this much point. Now move to the next question, question number 14. The computer-based settlement system. Clear? Basically the computer-based settlement system which helps in instant settlement of interbank payments. Clear? The computer-based settlement system which helps in interbank instant settlement of interbank payment is. Clear? Instant settlement of interbank payment is. Clear? This is basically what is the answer. Clear? I think all of you are using this system on the daily basis. Clear? Uses this system on the daily basis. Very easy question. Clear? On instant basis. Clear? Basically on instant basis, like when you have do the transaction, that is to be settled on the instant basis. First option is that is basically RTGS, second one basically NDS, third one basically that is SWIFT, fourth one that is infinite. Clear? Fourth one basically that is infinite. The correct answer basically here that is RTGS. Clear? Real time gross settlement. That is instant settlement of interbank payments. Clear? That is basically instant settlement of the interbank payment system. Okay. So please remember that these things very, very important. Clear? So along with that, basically I will discuss some of the other important points. Please go with that. So first of all, chips. Negotiated dealing system. Clear? Basically for that, basically we have to cover under the module C. Very, very important. Clear? NDS also. So first of all, basically we will discuss just for the revision purpose, chips. Chips basically it is payment system basically used wherein. First of all, what is the full form? Clearing house. Clearing house interbank payment system, that is chips. Clear? So it is basically operative mainly in the New York. Clear? Mainly in the New York. Clear? And basically it uses the UID number. Clear? Please remember that basically it is uses the basically UID number to identify the beneficiary account. Clear? Basically UID number basically to identify the beneficiary account. Clear? And this is basically netted based payment system. That is not like on the instant. Clear? Like instant settlement, not like this way. Clear? Like basically in the NEFT, basically there is after 2 hours. Clear? Similarly, basically that basically there is after at the end of the day, basically transactions are to be settled under that. Clear? Basically under the chips. Clear? So it is also netted based system. Netted settlement system. Next one, that is basically Fed wire. Clear? Basically Fed wire, basically this is operated by the Federal Reserve, Central Bank of the USA. Like here, basically this is based on the UID number. Chips, basically it is based on the UID number. So Fed wire, clear? Basically Fed wire, basically it is based on the ABA number. Clear? It is basically based on the ABA number. Clear? Basically it is basically based on the ABA number. Clear? So please remember that also. Third one, that is chaps. Chaps, basically it is used in the UK. Clear? Basically it is used in the UK, or we can say that exactly London. And basically how many member banks of that? Basically there are 20 member banks of the chaps. And what is the full form of that? That is clearing house. That is interbank here, that is automated payment system. Clear? Clearing house automated payments. Clear? So please remember regarding all these things. Clear? Basically please remember regarding all these things. Clear? That are very, very important basically for the examination point of view. Clear? Examination point of view. Now move to the next question, question number 15. That it is a numerical based question. So let's think over that, basically what they are asking here and how basically we are able to solve that question. Clear? And how basically we are able to solve that question. So please take out your calculator. Just you have to understand. Clear? Nothing typical, just what they are saying, that basically we have to go to implement basically one by one. Clear? So here basically that is Rohan Exports. It requests you to book a forward sale contract. Clear? Basically Rohan Exports requests you to book a forward sale contract that is of rupees $50,000 delivery during the third month. Clear? That is, this is a forward sale contract. And a forward purchase contract. Clear? That is basically they are request you to first one forward sale contract, that is basically during the third month. Clear? So basically in that, basically we will take the rate of the second month. Clear? That is basically this is going to be transaction is going to be settled in the third month. So basically we will take with respect to the second. And here, and a forward purchase contract basically for rupees $50,000 delivery during the second month. Clear? Delivery during the second month. Clear? This is basically the purchase contract. For that, basically rates basically for 1 month forward basically we will take. So rates are quoted as, that is spot rate. This is buying rate, selling rate. 1 month forward, 2 month forward, 3 month forward. Clear? I expect here all of you are aware that basically how basically we have to represent that. Clear? Basically how basically we have to represent all these rates. Clear? I am expecting here all of you, clear, that you are already aware. Clear? That's why basically I will move directly towards the question. How basically we have to solve that. So basically spot rate, basically, and what exchange margin they have given, that is 0.15%. So what forward buying rate? Clear? Basically we have to, that is buying rate, basically we have to find that. Clear? Buying rate, basically we have to find that, and that is basically purchase contract basically during the second month. So for buying rate, basically we have to find that basically for the same. So what is the spot rate? Spot buying rate. Clear? That is basically 44.9500. And 1 month forward. Clear? Basically, and 1 month forward buying rate. So basically 1 month forward. Clear? As basically this is going to increase. This is going to increase. This is going to increase. Clear? So basically, as with the passage of the time, basically it is going to be increased. That is basically it is premium. Clear? It is premium. If it is going to decrease, so that is basically we can say that we have to subtract that, or it is available at discount. As it is going to increase, so basically it is going to be premium. Clear? So it is going to be premium here. So premium, so basically we have to add first month. So what is the premium here? Point. So 0.0500. Clear? 0.0500. Clear? So basically it represent only last 3 digits. So we will add it here, 44.9500 plus 0.0500, 00010, 1, 10, 45. Clear. So basically 1 month, that is basically comes out to forward buying rate, that is 45. Clear. That is basically 45. So what is the margin? Clear. So basically at that place, this is the forward buying rate. Clear. Basically, as we have already discussed, clear, at the time of the buying, margin is to be deducted, and at the time of the selling, basically margin is to be added. Clear. At the time of the selling, basically margin, at the time of the buying, basically margin is to be deducted, and at the time of the selling, basically margin is going to be added. Clear. Margin going to be added. Clear. So what is the margin? 0.15%. Clear. So I will calculate here 45.15%, 0.15 upon 100. So we can say that 45 into 15 upon 1. Clear. So this way basically it will going to be done. Clear. This way basically it is going to be done. So gets calculated here 45 into 15, 675 upon 10,000. 0.0675. Clear. 0.0675. Clear. So what is the forward buying rate? Clear. So what will be the forward buying rate? Just basically we have to subtract that. 45 minus 0.0675. Clear. 45 minus 0.0675. It comes out to basically 44.9325. Clear. It comes out to basically 44.9325. Clear. So what will be the answer? Option number C will be the answer here. Clear. 44.9325. Clear. So this one will be the answer here. Please tell fast if anyone has any doubt, any query regarding the same. Please tell fast. Hope it is clear to all of you. Just first of all, basically we have to take up the spot rate. Then basically we have to add the premium. After that, basically we will take out the margin from that. Clear. Basically we will take out the margin from that. Any other query, any other doubt basically from that? So from my side, basically one question basically for all of you. You have to find that basically the forward selling rate. Clear. What will be the forward selling rate? Will you quote? Clear. What will be the forward selling rate? Basically, will you quote? Basically, which have been delivery basically during the 3rd month. Clear. Which having delivery basically during the 3rd month. Clear. So this is the question basically from my side to all of you. Clear. So you have to try to solve that question and comment in the comments. Clear. So that you are able to answer the question. Clear. Any other query, any other doubt regarding the same? Okay, so now move to the next one. Question number 16. Please go through the question. So when a letter of credit, clear, basically when a letter of credit basically states that the payment basically will be made, clear. When a letter of credit basically states that the payment of the credit will be made by the bank on demand, clear, basically will be made basically by the bank on demand on presentation, clear, basically will be made by the bank basically either on the demand or on presentation or at site. Such LC basically it is called as. Clear that the payment basically will be made by the bank on the demand or on presentation or at site. Clear basically or at site. So such LC, that is basically when you are demanding, clear, basically when you are demanding or basically when you are presenting, clear, basically you will get the payment on the spot. Clear. You will get the payment on the spot. That is basically known to be as the site bill. Clear. Or site credit. Clear. That is basically known as the Site credit. Clear? So option number B is the correct answer. That is basically comes under the site credit. Clear? So please remember all these things. No need to confuse between among them. Clear? Regarding that, clear? Basically, what is site? What is acceptance LC? Clear? That is basically acceptance LC. Clear? Or under the acceptance credit. Clear? Basically, there is a usance period under that. Clear? Basically, there is a usance period. That is basically you will get the payment basically after some time. Clear? Basically, that is basically you will get the payment basically after some time. Clear? That is basically acceptance credit. On the site credit, that is basically on the presentation or on the demand, you will get the payment. Clear? So correct answer here is to basically option number B, that is the site credit. Clear? That is the site credit. Clear? So option number B is the correct answer here. Now move to the next question, question number 17. Clear? Question number 17. So please go through with the question. That is basically if a person basically willing to start his export business. Clear? Basically if a person willing to start his export business, so they have to obtain. Clear? So basically we know that basically they have to obtain IEC code. Clear? IEC number. Clear? So they have to obtain basically IEC number. IEC number basically stands for importer exporter code. Clear? Importer exporter code. So this code basically they have to be obtained from Export Promotion Council, Customs, DGFT or RBI. Clear? Basically DGFT or RBI. Clear? So the correct answer basically they have to obtain this code basically from the DGFT. Clear? Importer exporter code basically it is issued by the DGFT. So what is the full form of the DGFT? Please tell fast. Director General of Foreign Trade. Clear? Director General of Foreign Trade. Clear? So please remember that regarding all these things. Clear? So please remember that basically regarding all these things. Okay. Now move to the next question. Question number 18. Clear? Question number 18. So a sound risk management begins with. Clear? Basically sound risk management basically begins with. Clear? So this question basically we are taking from the chapter number 2. Clear? Basically a sound risk management. Clear? That is basically good risk management. A detailed policy, a specified limit structure, a sound management information system, or monitoring and reporting process. Clear? Monitoring and reporting process. Clear? So what will be the answer here? That is a well good system. Clear? That is basically for all the guidelines. Clear? That is basically for the management. A sound risk management. So a detailed policy, that is basically everything is to be mentioned, a specified limit structure. Clear? So there is a limit on that. Clear? Basically if we are going exceeding from that, so basically it would lead to the increase. Clear? So detailed policy, basically it one correct one, a specified limit structure, basically it will be also correct one. And third one, basically a sound management information system. This one, it is also correct one. Fourth one, basically that is monitoring and reporting process. Clear? Monitoring and reporting process. Clear? So this one it is to be also correct one. Clear? So A, B, C, D all are to be correct here. So option number D is the correct answer. Clear? Option number D is to be the correct answer. Clear? So please remember that regarding that is sound risk management. Clear? Basically sound risk management policy. Now move to the next question, question number 19. Very, very important. Clear? This is also from the chapter number 2. Clear? This question definitely basically you will get in any of the set. Clear? Basically this is regarding the different types of the risk. Clear? Basically this is regarding the different types of the risk. So let's discuss one by one. Clear? First of all, I will go with the option numbers, basically point C here. Clear? Point C. Clear? This is the most important. Clear? That is, let's discuss overnight limit. Overnight limit is the maximum amount a bank can keeps overnight. Clear? Overnight limit, basically it is the maximum amount a bank can keep overnight when the markets in its time zone are. Clear? So overnight limit, basically that it is the maximum amount of the open position. Clear? A bank can keep overnight, that is basically it is the maximum amount basically that the bank can keep in the open position or for the exposure, clear, or for the exposure, basically when market basically in its time zone are closed, open, or open, clear, that is in the night time, clear, that the market has to be the close, clear, market are going to be the close, clear. So either option number A is to be the answer, option number B, clear. So this is C option open, this is D option open, this is to be wrong here, clear. So now move to the next one, D. These two are the very, very important, clear. The maximum movement of rates against the position held so as to trigger the limit or maximum loss limit for adverse movement of rates, clear. Basically we know that basically any price of the share is continuously going to be goes down, clear. So basically we have to be save ourselves, clear. Basically we have to be save ourselves, that is basically this is the maximum loss basically which we can bear, clear. Basically this is the maximum loss basically which we can bear. So on the basis of that, basically how basically we can protect ourselves, that is basically we will fix a limit, clear. That is basically we will fix a limit, and after that if it goes down, clear, so basically our shares basically will sell down, clear, or that is this is the maximum loss basically which we can face, clear. So that maximum loss limit for adverse movement of rates basically it is called as the stop loss limit, clear. Basically it is called as the stop loss limit, that is basically present in both the options, clear, A and B, clear. So basically we have to go with the option now A and B, clear, to think over that, clear, what is the answer, clear. So now basically we will go with the A fill up. What it say that for protecting against the dash risk, the bank has to resort to control the mismatches basically between the maturity of the assets and liabilities, clear. Basically between the maturity of the assets and liabilities, clear. Assets and liabilities, that is basically they have taken the deposits basically for the short duration and they are giving the loan, clear. Basically they are giving the loan basically for the long duration, clear. So it leads to the asset and liability mismatch, clear. Basically it leads to the asset and liability mismatch, clear. So basically to protect from that, clear. So that is basically it leads to the shortage of the liquidity, clear. Basically it leads to the shortage of the liquidity basically in the hands of the bank, clear. It leads to the shortage of the liquidity basically in the hands of the financial institution, clear. So that is basically that leads to the liquidity risk, clear. That is basically leads to the liquidity risk, clear. So here that is liquidity risk, clear. So option number A is the correct answer. Very, very important, clear. All these things are very, very important. So interest rate risk basically arises due to the adverse movement of the interest rates, clear. So why the interest rate risk arises? So interest rate risk basically arises basically due to the adverse movement of the interest rates, clear. So interest rate risk arises basically due to the adverse movement of the interest rates. So option number A is the correct answer here, clear. Option number A is the correct answer here, clear. Now move to the last question of our today's discussion, clear. So bills for collection, clear. Basically bills for collection are shown as, clear. I think I have already discussed this question and this is also basically in the GIB, clear. This question they have also asked many times, clear. So bill of collection basically are shown on, clear. Basically bills of collection basically are shown on, clear, on the balance sheet, clear. Basically where it will be shown on. So this question basically I will give you for the practice purpose, clear. Either on the asset side of the balance sheet or on the liability of the balance sheet or on the income side of the balance sheet as note below the balance sheet, clear. As note below the balance sheet, clear. So basically where the bills of for collection basically are to be shown, clear. Basically where the bills of collection are to be shown, clear. So this question basically it is for the practice purpose and in the next session basically we will discuss regarding that, clear. And in the next session basically we will discuss regarding that, clear. So thanks to all of you for attending this session. Hope all of you are able to understand some of the important points regarding that, clear. Some of the important points regarding that, clear. So as many students basically have doubt regarding, clear, basically why we will take the first month rate, clear. Basically why we will take the first month rate in the place of the second, clear, because we are doing the purchase contract basically in the second month, clear. Basically I will share some notes for the same in the group, clear. Basically within some time basically I will share regarding the same, clear, in the group basically so that you are able to remember all these points regarding the same, clear. This is very, very important point, clear. So thanks to all of you for joining this session. So for next session basically I will update you in the group. So thanks to all of you for joining this session.